I'm going to share everything I know with you about being a junior doctor and money. Hi, I'm Talha. I'm a doctor and an author. I've been a junior doctor. I've been a doctor now for about 10 years. And I wish someone sat me down and gave me the advice financially I needed 15 years ago so that I would be able to plan properly. I deliberately have made this video because I think junior doctors need to know more about how to handle money, but I think the wider world needs to know about the repercussions on junior doctors too. And the thing is, this is a very hot topic because we're regularly seeing the issue of pay within the NHS and the public healthcare, in England particularly, constantly being an issue that's reignited quite often. So let's start this picture, let's start this story. I want you to think of, let's say, a 25-year-old. He's just come out of medical school. He or she will have a significant amount of debt on average, student loan and maintenance loan. They probably don't own property, they're probably renting, and they're about to start their first job as a junior doctor, which could be anywhere in the country, up or down in the UK. But for this person, we have to think about the now, but we have to think of the distant future as well. So let's start with one of the pressing issues, which is pension. It is quite a contested issue now as to whether doctors should pension or not. I'm going to tell you some advice I think is really helpful to hear on both sides. The NHS pension is indeed a very good pension, and this is not financial advice, may I add, but I'm going to tell you how I dealt with it. When I was working in the NHS purely, early on in my early years, I did pension my work, but as I got older and I needed to extract money quicker for buying a car, for buying a house, I didn't pension my work. So the way I approached it is I came in and out of the pension. Now, it is incredibly a good pension. I believe there is no denying that, but I think we have to be fluid and re-review every decision that we take. Now, I'm not a financial expert. I think it's helpful for you guys to know there are people in and out of the pension and they have differing opinions about it too. Furthermore, beyond that, and this goes to all professionals, I also have a private pension. I do believe that no matter who you are, where you are, it's very helpful to have a private pension as well. It can be offset against tax for sure, but also it gives you another pocket of money if you're able to afford it. And it's not something I actually contribute to every month. Now, outside of that, another thing, we talked about the distant future. Well, what about the here and now? This 25-year-old could fall ill at any point and become sick. So if they don't have any insurance or protection and cover, what that end up meaning is they won't get any money back if they were to fall ill. For me, I was trying to be very proactive about it, and no, I'm not sponsored by any financial body, and again, this is not financial advice, but personally for me, it was really important to make sure I was covered in any place of sickness. And as you get older, you'll probably see the need for that more. I think it's really easy in your 20s to think of the here and now, but it's important to plan that decision forward to your 30s, to your 40s, as to exactly how it's going to look, because there are so many things that will make the difference then that you probably couldn't have even anticipated in your 20s. Another thing is student loan. My student loan, I thought that was a lot. Nowadays, the interest rates have gone up so high, and there is the debate to be had about, do you pay your student loan or not? And I'm going to leave this one for you guys and let me know what you think. The reason being is I can't actually give advice on this because when I had my student loan, the interest rates were so small, it was easy for me to pay it off. But now they're so high, it's another factor and another decision. And I think it's one of those hidden costs people don't know that doctors have. Now, I've probably given you a lot of bills and wrapped them up quite quickly, but the advice I'm going to give you now is locum, and locum a lot. I definitely did it. I took years out, although the landscape now is changing of the NHS, so you may not be able to do that with the ease that we did it when we were junior doctors. Now, the issue here is, being a junior doctor, I think I've probably just given you a list of bills that you need to pay, but that's what I believe that I did, and I'm not trying to justify myself, but I was trying to look forward and plan ahead and take care of all eventualities. And I think the issue is here, and it again comes down to the ongoing discussions that people have about junior doctors and their pay. When so much is deducted after rent, meals, medico legal, these insurances that I've mentioned, really what more is left? So naturally, all I've wanted to do here is just spark a discussion so people can have a think about some of these costs they may not have thought about beforehand until you start your first day as a junior doctor.